I had kind of finished up this project, and something about it kept bugging me, and it's this detail where I've got this band going around, and the purpose of that was to allow Clinton to, let's see, take and put, a different color scheme. What color would he have used? I think he was going to use a darker color on the bottom. Let's just go find a gray color, and then he was going to use a lighter color on top, but he was going to let that lighter color come down like that, which I think is pretty cool. That was one of the features of the design. But I think one thing this does is it kind of creates a situation where if you're going to let this trim come down and be that color, and there's really no reason to make this band straight across and to interrupt the window trim. And the reason I'm saying that is because I feel strange about having so many places where this trim is broken and you have to caulk it to seal it. If this is just one long piece on each side of the window, then I think it simplifies things, and I just think it'll be better. So this will be option A. I think what I'll do is I'm going to save this as, or option B, Clint Studio, option B. That way we aren't wasting any work. So what we'll do is, I think I got these windows. Let's see, is this that's a piece of its own. Yeah. Let's see, let's go up to layers, and let's see how I've got this stuff. It's been a few days. I'm going to call this band. Let's see, what is it? What do I got? Wall siding band. I'm going to call it wall. Try to keep my layers grouped in subject matter. So wall siding band. That's good enough. We can always change the name of it, and then we'll go up here and put that in that layer. Wall siding band. Yeah. Now we can turn that off. Wall siding band. There we go. And that will allow us to work on this easily. So what I think I should be able to do is just fix one of these. They're supposed to be components. So I'm going to try to just join this siding back up. Let's see. Is that? Yeah. Hopefully I can just bring this up and then delete these little lines. And this is the good thing about creating components, is that you see now all the windows will be fixed, and it should be that much trouble. I think this is going to make it easier to trim out the windows too. The fiber cement is a little bit difficult to work with, and anytime you can make it simple, more simple, it's going to work out better. The other thing is, I don't remember if I made it 5/4 or not. I didn't, so now's a good time to bring this out 1/4 of an inch. Because really, I mean, you can get by with 3/4 inch trim there, but it's going to be better. It'll give you more of a reveal on the siding over here. I'll show you that. I'll go down here. Let's just click off of that. You can see the reveal, the nice reveal I get on the siding right here as opposed to here. And I actually have it in the material list, so not sure why I didn't draw it that way. Now all those windows should be fixed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to include the windows with their own piece here. So what I'm going to do is just that's horizontal. There we go. I'm just going to draw this. Let's see. How do I get that in the right place? Let's just make it first, and then we'll get it. Oh, I understand. I gotta draw the rectangle first, then I can pull it out. So I'm just gonna draw me a piece across here, and then I'm gonna get it in the right spot. And if I can get to where I can see under it at the same time, there we go. The other thing that'll do is that'll bring the trim out, at least most windows, that will bring it out closer to the flange of the windows, and that'll give you a nice place to caulk. Now let's just check that. 3.5, and make sure that that is going to be 3.5 inches. Yeah, that's where it was before. That little piece had stopped there. Okay, so now all the windows are independent of each other. One feature actually that you can do to make these windows look as a unit, like their own unit, is to go ahead and use a 1x4 there instead of 5/4. You see, now that makes that look more like a mold strip, and the window gives it the, I don't know if you can see already, that's going to kind of change the personality of this thing, which I like. I like this being one piece. It allows you to get your windows in, trim them out, and then worry about your siding later for the rest of this band. The other thing it also does here, let me click off of this so I can show it easier. It also gives you more flexibility. See, there's a little bit of a coordination issue here with getting this band lined up with the top of your door. Okay, so if you miss it a little bit, if this is off a 1/4 inch or something, you're not going to notice it now as much, since the window is its own thing, and then the band's going to be separate. I kind of like that already. So that's an option, Clinton, either using a 1x4 here for the mold strip, and I've got these windows detailed in the drawings that I sent, but if you need more detail on that, I can do that. Now let's go back to our band, and that's funny. It just kind of gets hidden. Oh well, I know why. Because we need to make it a one. We need to make it 5/4 also. So thought I was going to get by with something easy, didn't you? Or I did. So what I'm going to do is bring it out and then cut it on either side of the windows, which is no biggie. I just take a draw me a line there and there. I need to make sure that I get my little intersection point, or it won't work very well. Let's see, where are we going back to? We need to go back to one inch, yeah. So see, that'll clip that out, and I'll just have to do that on either side. And this will be how you install this. This will go up after Just need to make sure I get my little X there for the intersection. Yeah, I like that much better. I can already tell I'm going to like that. The reason I'm having a hard time getting my little intersection snap there is because I'm trying to snap to something that's not part of the group, and you just got to pay attention and wait till you get you got to kind of hover around it. Daggone. And wait till you get that, because otherwise it's not going to work very good. So that's the front. Let's get the sides and the back right quick. And shoot, that means I'm going to have to fix the corners. Dang it. Kind of a pain, but gotta do it. Make it look good. There we go. Now, fiber cement is hard, honestly. Fiber cement is hard to miter. So what I would do is, in real life, the way this is going to end up is that this piece here, it's just going to overlap this side one. I mean, I can do this in the drawing easily, but in real life, the fiber cement, you can try to miter it, and sometimes you'll have luck with it, but it's kind of brittle and hard. It's really dense. All of the things that make it good for trim make it hard to miter. So you'll rarely, and that's why, well, there's two reasons I don't like miters on my window trim. I think it makes them look rural, and it gives you, this is much easier to get a good looking joint when you just do this sort of shaker style joint here where the top overlaps the sides. It also is more weather proof because you don't have these two exposed cuts, which you rarely will get a straight line. Well, it's a nasty cut. Again, trying to miter fiber cement trim, especially 5/4, is kind of difficult, and that's that. There. Fix that one. So now here we go with the door trim, same thing. We'll want to bring it out even with that. I use 5/4 for that also. There we go. I like that. I like it. And I think it's going to be easier to build that way. The other method was just really not that practical. So what I'm going to do is draw the profile on this flashing first. And what this is, let's see, let me just draw it here. It'll have a leg of at least 1.5 inches, 1.5, and it'll come out, we usually make it 1 1/16. Or if, because it needs to come out and go over this. Let me go down okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Then it'll go down 1/2 inch, and I'll make this more easy to see here in a second. Let me get this rotated so you can see better. There we go. let me just draw this. Let me make a group out of this, and then I'll show you. Just need to copy this ways, and then put my, I'm just going to show this just a single line thickness so that you can, well, I guess probably should go ahead and show it. Well, I don't know. Let me just get it out here away from the building now so you can see it. So this is something you're going to have to get your, because I can hardly ever find these. These are, we always have these made. We have a local roofing and supply company that does metal, break metal work for us, and we just call them up, or I'll send them a little drawing like this with dimensions on it, and it's just a Z flashing. And what it is you'll put this, I'm gonna have to make a layer for this because I'm gonna turn off, let's make it wall siding, or wall, siding flashing. And I know this is more layers than you would normally need, but in the context of this, that I need this many layers to show you different things. Let's see, wall, if I can get these to where I can see them. Wall siding flashing. Okay, so I'm going to put this in wall siding flashing. Okay, so now I'm going to turn off the band. Let's see. Well, let me set this signal. Let me turn off the what layer did I put that in? Oh, I didn't see. This is why I didn't name this correctly. This is why you want to pay attention to your naming conventions. Wall siding. So now my siding layers are together, or that related. Here we go. So I'm going to turn off the siding, and so what you're looking at now is just the sheeting back there. And what happened to the Tyvek? See, that should be wall Tyvek, or we'll even call it wall siding Tyvek, so I can put it in the same place. So your Tyvek would be here, would be there, and let's turn the sheeting off so you can, this is what I was talking about earlier with SketchUp. Sometimes you got to turn some layers off to see others. There we go. Now, what happened to my Tyvek? Well, I went to see what happened to my Tyvek, and I came back and started drawing all this flashing and forgot to turn the camera or OBS back on. So anyway, but I will go over this right quick for Clinton's sake. This is basically 24 gauge galvanized, paint grip galvanized metal. This leg is 1.5 inches. Okay. This is 1 1/16. The reason you'll want this to be 1 1/16 is because this 5/4 trim is 1 inch, and you want this to come out. You don't want this to, it would be better if this was hanging out a little bit than to be, sometimes what happens is you'll get a little bulk. Just trust me on this one. And then this leg here is 1/2 inch. So it comes down 1.5 inches, out 1 1/16, or you can take a chance on making it 1 inch if you want to, but I wouldn't. What it is it depends on how they break it. if they break it an inch, if they break this inside dimension as an inch, that's okay. But you see, if they break this outside dimension as an inch, then you've lost the thickness of the metal. So we always make it an inch and a 1/16. You're not going to notice this, even if it does hang over a little bit like that, you're not going to notice it after it's painted. And it actually gives it a nice little cap look. If I turn the siding back on, you'll see that it gives it a little bit of an extra detail there. Turn that off. So what you'll have is this on top of the windows. Let's see if I can grab that and get it flush again. You'll have it on the top of each window. You'll also have it here on top of this band, and all the way around. See, I've got a piece there between the windows. And I think this is going to work out better the way we've got these windows. I may have said this earlier, but I lost some of my recording, or I didn't record some things I said. But I think this is going to work out weatherization wise better, where this side piece of trim is one whole piece, and then these pieces are broken. And then so you'll basically have that head flashing on top of all your windows here, and all the way down here, all the way down the back, and around here on top of that window, all the way around. And normally if it was a residence, you know, where I was worried about a little more, I would take my knife and slice the Tyvek and slide this up behind the Tyvek, and then, you know, then when your siding is on top of it, it sheds water and there's no danger of it leaking. But you can also take a piece of Tyvek tape and put it over the top of this and let it lap over it, and that kind of serves the same purpose too. For this particular project, I think that would work fine. But I'm just going to turn that off, flashing off. And I only did it was going to take me another hour to get that all the way around, so I think that gets the point across. So if I turn my siding back on, and that's just an example color scheme. I think it looks pretty cool. The new window scheme, window trim scheme. What that's going to allow you to do, let's say that you don't get these openings exactly right, and this piece of trim doesn't actually perfectly line up with this one, but it allows you to just get this margin on your door right here. You see, if these are misaligned a little bit from this, you're still going to get the whole point across, but you're not going to have this one piece that has to go all the way across and divide up over your window, divide your windows up and sit exactly on top of your door at just the right margin. You know, it gives you a little more flexibility, and which is a good thing in construction, because nothing will be exactly as it's drawn. It never is, and it never will be. Just remember that, and you'll be a lot happier in life. But anyway, this has been a fun project, and Clinton, if you need anything else, let me know. If anybody else needs help like this, you can go to my new website, where I have just the drafting services listed. It's atdrafting.com. I'll put a link in the description, and it shows all the services that I provide. Sometimes I do this in conjunction with houses we build, but sometimes it's just like this. My last two projects actually like this, where I have provided design work, have actually been for people in different states from where I live in. Clinton is out west, and the guy in Texas was obviously in Texas. So, but we were successful in providing design work and also consulting. I did estimating and material takeoff for these projects, and I provide the drawings. I provide how-to videos right here. See the link there. That's just, and I think Okay, I've got that project as an example, but just take a look at these services. If you need anything like that, let me know. Here's a little contact me link here. Click on contact form, or you can just send me a email at tony@artisantony.com, and I can give you an estimate on helping you with your project. And again, thanks to Clinton, gave me a little side job to do. I appreciate it, which right now I need. We're in between big projects, so these little projects help pay for gas money and lunch money and all that. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.